right, there's Shinjuku Station. From here, it's nearby.
Good morning.
Good morning. Today's Fuji day. We're taking a bus from Shinjuku Station right here on the 4th floor on this loud street. We're gonna check in more as we go. It's loud right now.
Shinjuku Station's really confusing.
Yes, we needed help.
We bought our bus tickets in advance at a website called highwaybus.com, which when we came across it, it felt almost too simple for a Japanese buy in advance ticketing site for their buses, but it was legit, and so we didn't have to go to a ticketing counter here or anything. We just showed up at the terminal and found where we were supposed to wait for our bus.
Yeah, luckily it was easy to navigate this station. We thought maybe it might be confusing because it's a new area we haven't explored, but everything was also in English and there were a lot of signs everywhere. So yeah, it was actually pretty easy to find our bus and get ready to get on it.
There's a lot of foreigners here. I'm wondering if this is a main way that a lot of people travel around Japan. If not train or Shinkansen, I think they just take buses.
Right, because the bus is half the price of the train, so we did save enough money for like a good dinner, which we'll have later. Right in the back, next to the poop room. Maybe it's a good thing, I don't know.
We have like our own little section, to be honest. It's quite nice. Since we're next to the poop room.
People are gonna be coming in and out. I really hope they close before they
We'll
flush.
know. We'll hear things.
We'll know all the tea.
Frienditas.
It's just us for the next 2 hours.
Because this was a 2-hour bus ride, we decided to try to get some sleep during the ride. I also want to let you guys know that we were both feeling pretty sick this day. So if we look a little out of it, that's why. We're trying to do this Fuji day while still being a little under the weather.
Well, I had recently gotten over a cold. That same week that we went to Fuji, I had gotten sick, but I went into overdrive to try to get better. So I was definitely pushing my recovery here. I was good enough to go, and I'm happy I did, but yeah, I was definitely not at 100%. I don't know if you can tell. And I think you were just kind of not feeling it.
We tried our best.
He didn't give me a spoon at the convenience, so I have to use a extra ice cream spoon. But it's yogurt. This is yogurt, not ice cream. Do you see this?
At the bus terminal, they actually had one convenience store, but it was pretty small and pretty packed. And so we ended up getting snacks the night before at our local konbini just to absolutely make sure that we had snacks for the road. And it's a good thing we did because the convenience store at the terminal was a no.
Do you want a waterfall, some of my immunity drink? Can you tell that this is now my color analyzed shirt?
Just got off,
In the middle of the freeway.
and now we're gonna walk a little bit to the temple or pagoda.
not including the bus ride, we had planned this day to fit in as much stuff as we could within the span of like 8 hours. So we started our day at like 10 a.m. in Shimoyoshida and then ended at Kawaguchiko, which is a little closer to Fuji. We wanted to make sure that we caught an early enough bus that would get us back home in Tokyo at a reasonable-ish time.
Yeah, because we took a bus to and from Mount Fuji.
We're at Honcho Street. See right there.
It's like this little area where people take photos.
I heard one of the guys say like, oh, there's not that many people today.
The vibe out here in Shimoyoshida and sort of the Fuji area is super rural, super chill, very quiet, and peaceful also. Luckily, we couldn't have foreseen this, but it was a clear day on this day, so we could see Fuji.
On any given day, you have like a 20% chance of seeing Fuji like completely clear, like even without clouds. So we got to fit in the 20% that had a very, very clear day. It was beautiful. I'll have to admit that originally this Mount Fuji day came out of the idea of trying to visit the famous Lawson that's near Mount Fuji, but then upon researching more around the area and realizing that Shimoyoshida, which is a little bit further away but still close by, had a view at this pagoda, this chureito pagoda.
We are halfway through the hike to the pagoda.
Those stairs were essentially like 90-degree angles, so...
Yeah, to be honest, we were taking breaks here and there just to get up. But you can see the views are amazing.
Every break spot was a treat because obviously we got some pictures and we got to catch our breath a little bit. As a hike, this was completely worth it for us.
Yeah, we definitely recommend this if you're gonna go to Fuji.
With a parasol up here. It's crazy hot.
We were thinking initially, there's barely any Japanese people here. And then we come to sit down and there happens to be a Japanese like friend duo next to us.
And I overheard them saying in Japanese, but there's barely any Japanese people up here. It's mostly international.
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna head down now and
We're gonna head to Kawaguchiko.
yes.
Thank you for being
Thank you, pagoda.
We're gonna make the trek back down the mountain of stairs. That is not an exaggeration. It'll be easier because we're going down versus up, but it's still a lot of stairs, so.
Stairway checkpoint. It was much easier coming down.
It was pretty
obviously.
quick. It felt like a lot less stairs going down.
Like half the time, half the effort.
Yeah.
Alright, we're at the train station in Shimoyoshida on our way to Kawaguchiko. All you have to do is, if you have your IC card on your phone, your physical one, you just tap to get on. So it's just like the regular trains in the city.
That's good.
That's delicious.
That's very fresh.
This was 300 yen. 300 yen for this whole thing.
Which in the city, these are really expensive. Frienditas.
So you can probably tell, but this train was pretty packed because it's a popular, I guess, itinerary to go from Shimoyoshida to Kawaguchiko, and that's why you're seeing a lot of people in these shots.
So funny, everyone posing. Yes, work. We made it.
We made it. No barrier, but we see that it's starting.
Yeah, it's starting.
Yeah, we're just taking pictures on this side. So cool. Choop, choop. Choop, 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 choop.
Very nice. All right, on to go eat food. Yeah, look at that bus.
Bus.
11:11. Here's all the food. Everything is low heat except the duck. You have to cook that high heat, and then the shell clam is at the end. And there's a different method for cooking low heat versus high heat. It's the angle and the distance from the coals, which are actually pretty warm from where you sit. So you have to put on a glove. So try this one first. So low heat, you have to put it right like so, I think, right? Never done anything like this before.
This was a style of cooking / eating that we hadn't had before, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's kind of like a grill it yourself robata, which is basically just like grilling skewers on an open pit. Pretty amazing. We have never had this kind of style of food before, like doing it ourselves. Oh man, and it was one of the best meals we've had on this entire trip.
Really, really delicious, and it's a lot of fun to cook your food this way.
All right, we just put those in. They sit there for 5 minutes. That was fantastic.
Fabulous. Delicious. No notes.
Yeah.
Everything was great.
I think the only thing to say is that it is a bit on the pricey side, but not too crazy. It's like if you've eaten at like a fancy restaurant in a downtown area, like that, you know. Yeah, and definitely worth it. So the experience alone, like we've never had anything like that. That was really unique and a lot of fun.
It's one of those places where you have to sit cross-legged. So it's very, very traditional Japanese eating style. That's also something to be aware of if you're interested in going.
We're gonna go get some bread to go and then wait for and then the lake and then wait for our bus home.
Yeah.
Soda pudding, fruit pudding, half loaf of Fuji bread. Yay! Cute little seating area. I got soda flavor.
Got milk flavor. Or, I'm sorry, I got fruit flavor. Oh, and for later at home, we also got fuji-san bread, fuji-san shokupan. This is really good. Whoa. Actual strawberries, like a fruit jelly, and then a very creamy pudding for the fruit flavor. It's so good.
This one's that sort of classic ramen flavor. In this place, I've never seen soda flavored pudding, so.
I've never seen fruit pudding.
There's someone's house up there. Must be nice. See, off the top of my head, this is not scenery I pictured for Japan. This is really nice. One of its wings is messed up, but one of its legs, maybe it just needs a rest stop.
Frienditas love nature.
Amazing, amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the perfect size car for Japan. Everything you need right there. Bam! Well, we walked by this place from there. We were just walking and we saw this. The ice cream looked good, especially the melon. So we got melon ice cream. Yeah. Itadakimasu.
That's really good.
Look at that. Miss Fuji just peeks everywhere.
It was a beautiful, beautiful, the most magical weather and day in Kawaguchiko / Shimo Yoshida.
We bought these tickets in advance, so we had no idea what the weather would be like.
We were literally gambling.
We went to Skytree before and it was completely rainy, cloudy, no visibility, but it worked out today. Like, it's such a beautiful day.
In my palm. Oh, she's in my palm. No, because like last week, the weather was predicted to still be like rainy, at least overcast, at most like thunderstorms. But today was clear, sunny, beautiful. I couldn't have asked for a better day.
It's funny, it was raining all week. Today
Raining
was
the whole
the
week.
one day it stopped raining. So we feel really lucky, grateful.
Choo.
The lake is prettier than I thought it could be. I was blown away.
It's not just a lake, like there's mountains you'll see, hills, mountains. The lake is actually really huge.
Fuji, obviously beautiful, as you can see right there. But the surprise was the lake being so beautiful too. Because I expected Fuji to be beautiful and obviously didn't disappoint. If you come here, you can just make a day trip out of it. But I could also totally see this being like a weekend or longer.
Yeah, like you could spend time here, but it's also, yeah, a good day trip, like you said.
Make sure you book everything beforehand because these buses and trains fill up. Yeah, this has been an awesome day.
Awesome, awesome. 10 out of 10 day.
10 out of 10, yes. Loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it.
Yeah, thank you for tuning in.
Please like, subscribe, comment.
Comment where you'd want to go in like Mount Fuji area.
Yeah.
Would you want to hike it? Would you want to just look at it on a postcard? Let us know.
Yeah, we're not huge hiker people. We did see gondolas though, but that could be an option.
Well,
Love
thank you for tuning in. We love you. Hey, this bus is blocking.
One last shot. Wait till the bus.
Bye.